One.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Christina.
Yes.
Hi there. Oh, I see you.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Let all these people in. Candace. Opal. Okay, I don't know this person.
Sorry, kid. As long as you're with me, so are you. Things get a whole lot worse before they get better. You understand?
But after we meet up with Uncle Mike and get to Panama.
Panama ain't sure a thing. Your uncle's plan is dangerous, like really dangerous. Listen. All the charges against you have been dropped. You're free and clear to start a new life. Your life. Not be constantly running, looking over your
You
shoulder.
want me to leave?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so who's playing a movie? Can you mute? Okay. All right. Ro Mama, who is this? I don't recognize you. Ro Mama, are you supposed to be in marketing? Hi, Jamie. Okay, so Jamie, Chelsea, Christina, Hadacia, Candace, Opal, Pete, Christina. Romana, can you hear me? Hello, Ro. Whoever logged in is Ro Mama. What student are you? All right. Does anybody else recognize that name? All right, so let me get the screen up here. Yay! We have liftoff. All righty, so let's wait to see if anybody else is going to join us. How is everybody? Hi. Me too. Hi, Rachel. I didn't see you come in. Rachel, how are you logged in? Okay. Thank you. I'm like, who is this? I don't recognize. Okay, so let's see here. I know I am hot too. It's only like a week into summer and I'm ready for it to be done. Hi, Stephanie.
I'm actually connecting the living room box to see if that works.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put my chat room over here. All right, let me see if I've got anybody in the room that's waiting. I don't. All right, so can you guys see the slides? I know our poor guys are outside all the time. They're miserable. All right, good deal. And it's 6:01, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let's see here. Are you guys okay with me keeping this, the slide previews on the side, or do you want me to expand my slides? How do you feel about it? Okay. Whatever works. Good deal, good deal, good deal. All right, so I've got to ask all of you, is there anybody here, this is your last class and you need to get your externship started? Anybody on the call that's like that? Okay, I think I've got, is Jaquetta there? No, I didn't see her come in. Okay. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Well, they asked me, apparently the department head has an old roster and she didn't want to leave anybody behind. So that's why I'm asking. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? It's a little cartoon for you. Any of you read Dilbert at all? And this is so true. The Doctors of Spin right here. So go ahead and read that over and see how marketers can spin negative information. And that's true. That's how they can do it. That's how they do it too. They got away with words. Describe your product in technical terms and I'll turn it into marketing language. Okay, well, it overheats. Okay, hottest product on the market. And all the parts are known carcinogens. It makes you appreciate life. It's so true, so true. And I try to cite every place that I get pictures. So I want you guys to just take a look at how my sources appear on these slides so you'll know how your sources need to appear in your work. So we're going to talk a little bit about consumer decision making. Okay, which brand? We're all faced with it every day with making decisions. I just got a message that my internet connection is unstable. If I get kicked off, guys, don't worry about it. You all get credit, okay? So just give me like 3 minutes to get back in. If I don't come on in 3 minutes, then go ahead and log off. So explain why marketing managers should understand consumer behavior. This is what we're learning in this chapter. Define the components of a consumer's decision-making process. Explain the post-purchase evaluation process. So explain the process after we're done buying. Identify buying decisions and identify all the factors that affect our buying decisions. So before we can understand consumer behavior, we need to know how consumers make their purchase decisions and how they plan to use and dispose of the product. So remember, this is all coming from a marketing point of view, okay? So put yourself in the place of the marketing manager for your new company. So here's the process. It's a 5-step process. These are the items that will affect our decision-making process. So cultural, social, individual, and psychological factors affect each and every one of these steps. So the first step, need recognition. Okay, that do we need it or do we don't need it? How do we recognize that? Then we're going to search for information. Then we're going to evaluate our alternatives, and we'll go through all these steps. We're going to purchase it, and then we're going to analyze our post-purchase behavior. So how do we recognize when we need something? Well, a need is a result of an imbalance between actual and desired state. Do I need it? So here's some of the stimuli. Sight, okay, this car down here. Smell, taste, touch, and hearing. How many of you have walked into a place and smelled? Can I get you guys, whoever's doing that, can I get you to mute, please? The phone, I think a phone's ringing or something. So how many of you have walked into a place, that's okay, Rachel, walked into a place and smelled cookies, baking, or a steak? How does that make you feel at the time you smell it? Does it make you want one? Yeah, okay. How about when you see a hot new car like this Corvette down here, this Stingray Corvette? Would a car create the same sense in you? A dress, perhaps? Yeah. Hungry? Okay, good. So that's how we recognize need right there. So then we're going to do an information search, okay? So the internal information search is, okay, do we have the memory of the information that we seek, like with those cookies, okay? We pretty much know how they taste. So yeah, we're probably going to go for one. Same way with the steak. And then the external information search is where we seek information from the outside, like we do a Google search, we go to websites and we take a look. So sometimes we need less information, and those usually are the purchases that are less risky. We have more knowledge about them. We have more product experience, low level of interest in the product, and we have confidence in our decision. And then when we need more information, we're usually buying a product that's more risky. We have less knowledge about it. We have less product experience. We have a high level of interest, and we lack confidence in making the decision. So the results of an information search is what is called an evoked set. So that's a group of brands found as a result of your search from which you can choose from. So for example, a farmer needs to purchase a new tractor. From his or her research, the choice has been narrowed. So he's going to consider, he or she is going to consider a John Deere, a Husqvarna, or a Toro. So that's what he's narrowed his choices down to. Then he's going to evaluate his alternatives, okay? So he's going to look at the product attributes. He's going to use a cutoff criteria. So what that means is there's a point at which he's going to say, okay, enough information. I don't need to know certain information about this product in order to make a decision. And then he's going to rank those attributes by importance to him or her. And then step number 4, the purchase happens. So here's post-purchase behavior, cognitive dissonance. So this is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attributes as relating to decisions. So what else might this be called? There is a common term for this. Does anybody know it? There you go, Jamie. Buyer's remorse. That is what is cognitive dissonance. Anybody ever suffered from buyer's remorse before? Raise your hand or chime in, I'm sorry. Yes, what did you buy, Jennifer? Oh no. On a mattress you have buyer's remorse? Is it because you spent too much money or that you don't like it? Or both? Okay, Pete, so sometimes you have it. Okay. So who else has an example of buyer's remorse, recent buyer's remorse? Tell me what you bought. Oh boy, that stinks, Jamie. I'm sorry. Every time you go to Target, what do you buy at Target, Rachel? Do you just buy a bunch of stuff? All the dresses, okay. That's funny. I've done that before too, and I've taken things back. My daughter tells me I have a terrible habit of impulse buying, and then the next day I take things back, and she is absolutely right. I'm terrible about it. Hobby Lobby, oh yeah, I get that. Big turbo for your truck. Oh, that's terrible. So we all know what buyer's remorse feels like. So we can reduce that by making sure that we're seeking the information that we need, and that information positively reinforces our decision, and that we can avoid information that contradicts the purchase choice. And then, bottom line, just return the product. So let's talk a little bit about buying decisions. The level of involvement is the amount of time that you are going to spend investing in search, evaluation, and the decision processing. So if you're making a routine purchase, your involvement's going to be low. You're going to spend a short amount of time on it. The cost is probably going to be low. And you know from experience what the information is. And there's probably only one alternative for you. Limited decision, low to moderate involvement, short to moderate time, low to moderate. So this is average. And then your extensive amount of time, your involvement's going to be high. Your time, you're going to spend a lot of time with it. The cost is probably going to be high. And it's internal and external information. And there's many alternatives. So let's go more into depth. So with your routine response, little involvement, frequently purchased low-cost goods. You may stick with one brand. You buy first, evaluate it later, and you make a quick decision. So give me some examples of your routine purchases. Your routine involvement. Give me some examples. Groceries good, coffee good, caffeine, milk. Okay, caffeine, you don't care where you get it from, huh, Sean? Just as long as it's caffeine. Gas, okay, good, good, okay. Yeah, exactly. You guys are on the right. You are on the right track with our routine decisions or our purchases. So let's go take a look at our limited. All right. So low level of involvement, low to moderately priced goods. You can evaluate a few alternative brands and short to moderate time to decide. So any examples on limited? Remember, low to moderately priced goods. Okay, I think that's fair. Clothes. Anybody else have an example? Shoes, okay. I think shampoo would probably be more of the routine one. Okay. Jewelry, yes, that's a good one. Makeup, okay. How about like kitchen appliances? Like about 6 months ago, I decided I wanted to buy a food processor. And I did. I looked at a couple different websites. I looked at a couple different products and finally decided to buy. But it was a Ninja. Yeah, actually, I did buy a Ninja. So that's an example of something that takes limited decision making. Okay. Toilet paper. I think that would be pretty routine. I just buy. I don't even look at what I'm getting. Well, it's Charmin. If it's not Charmin, I don't like it. So I'm going to be real honest about that. All right. So those purchases that require extensive decision making. There's a high level of involvement, high cost of goods, evaluation of many brands. Takes you a long time to decide. And you may experience cognizance dissonance, otherwise known as buyer's remorse. So give me some examples of products that take extensive decision making. Everybody, I need everybody to participate. Some of you I haven't heard from, so I'm going to kind of move you out of the forum if I haven't heard from you. Well, a car is actually an extensive decision making choice. Flooring, Jennifer, or Jamie, I'm sorry, you're right on the money. I went to Carpet One yesterday because I need carpet for the upstairs. And that is going to be an extensive decision for me. Clothes. Do you pay a high cost for your clothes, Stephanie? Cruise, yes, that's a good one. That is a great one, Opal. For sure. Okay, I'm looking. Milk, okay, Candace. That's for the routine, okay. Good deal. No, but it's hard to choose. Okay, well, that's fair enough. Tools, yes, Sean, especially in your field, I'm sure tools would take extensive decision making. All right. How about you, Pete? Do you have any thoughts as to an extensive purchase? All right. Okay, yeah, that is a great example. All right, so I think you guys have, now decision making is a part of one of your assignments. So that's why I am going over it. And it's in discussion 2.1, steps to making a decision, okay? So they go through all the decision making steps, and then you need to answer some questions about those. So just make sure you paid attention here. So here's some factors that influence our buying decisions. Again, my internet connection is unstable. Cultural, our values, our language, our customs, rituals, and the laws. Our social influences, our class, people who are equal in status or community. Esteem, who regularly socialize among themselves. That's what class is identified as. Our occupation, our income, our education, wealth, and other variables. So what might you buy? Give me an example of how how your occupation might affect how you or what you buy or how you buy. Wealth is obvious, okay? Tools for work, good, okay. How might occupation affect the way you make your buying decisions, Chelsea? Okay, good, Jamie. I tend to buy, like every Sunday, I will buy the Tulsa World just to look at who's advertising for positions out there because I'm in human resources. So I want to know who's hiring out there and how much they're paying. So that's one of the things that I buy as a result of my occupation. Yep, I think that's great. That's a great example, Chelsea. Okay. All right, so other influences, individual, our gender, I mean, that's obvious, our age. I think that's pretty obvious, our personality and our lifestyle, very important considerations that influence the buying decisions. Psychological, our perceptions, our motivation, our learning, and our beliefs and attitudes. Can you think of anything? Let's look at perceptions. If you have a perception, is there a product out there of which you have a negative perception and you won't buy? Okay. Anybody else? Yes. Do you have a negative perception of a product or a service out there that you would not use because of that perception? Okay, that's good, Jamie. That's really good. I have a perception too about off brands. Okay, good, Christina. Okay. Yeah, Stephanie, it just makes me a little bit nervous. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, good. Good. That is a great example too. Good, Hadesha. Okay, Monsanto. I was wondering if anybody was going to put Monsanto on there. Good, Jaquetta. All right, so great examples. So let's do a review. Identify for me the steps in the decision-making process. There's 5 of them. Do you guys remember what they are? Identify the steps in the decision-making process. You need to know this. Yep, yeah, you're close. Let's look. Let's take a look. Go back and review. We need to review. Right here. All right, so need recognition, information search, evaluate your alternatives, purchase, and then your post-purchase behavior, okay? So you guys need to know that for your discussion this week. All right, let's go back to review. You're making it hard for me here to get back and forth. So what does the term evoked set mean? I want one person. We went over it, guys. Evoked set. No. Okay, it is good, Christina. Well, it is the results of your information search that you have narrowed it down to 2 or 3 choices. That is called your evoked set. All right. Third, name some of the factors that influence our buying decisions. No. This is part of your, no. All right, guys, let's review it, okay? Cultural, social, individual, and psychological, okay? You guys need to know those. All right, so let me ask you, since I just went over that stuff in like the last 20 minutes, is there some way that I am delivering this lecture that is causing you guys not to retain it? If I need to do something different, I will. So whatever suggestions you have to help me, I'd really appreciate it. All righty, let's talk a little bit about business marketing. Okay, fair enough. Okay, what are you confused about, Jamie? Okay, Rachel, fair enough. That's why the topics that I've chosen because they are the ones that you are going to have to be familiar with when you do your discussions and assignments this week. So that's why I've kind of narrowed it down to just what we're covering this week. Okay, all right. All righty. So we're going to talk about business marketing, and let's talk a little bit about our, okay. How's this? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, is that better? All right, well, I've got the computer right up here, so comes in and out. All right, I'm sorry about that. Candace, are you guys out in Tahlequah? Do you have, is it your connection or? Okay. All right, let's give this a go. Okay. Let me move that up there. All right, so from chapter 7, business marketing, you're gonna need to be able to describe business marketing, describe the role of relationship marketing and strategic alliances, identify the 4 major categories of business market customers, explain the differences between business and consumer markets, and describe the 7 types of business goods and services. So business marketing is the process of marketing goods and services to individuals and organizations for purposes other than personal consumption. So otherwise known as B2B, business to business, or B, the number B2B, business to business. Relationship marketing is a strategy that entails seeking and establishing ongoing partnerships with customers. So the competition is a lot tougher, customers are more demanding, loyal customers are more profitable, and it allows business to gain competitive advantage. What's a strategic alliance? You're going to have to know that for this week. It's a cooperative agreement between business firms. So it can be done either with licensing or distribution agreements, a joint venture, research and development consortia, partnerships. But the bottom line is it must be built on trust and commitment. So here's a couple of examples for you. Hewlett-Packard and Disney have been in an alliance since 1938. Disney purchased some fans from Hewlett-Packard when they were making the film Fantasia. And then they used Hewlett-Packard to help them develop their virtual attraction called Mission Space. So they've been in an alliance for a long, long time. Another one, Starbucks and Barnes & Noble is another strategic alliance. Can you think, based on what we just learned, can you think of one local strategic alliance? One that's local. Okay. Well, Walmart and Sam's are the same company, Chelsea, so that wouldn't count. It's 2 different companies. Amazon and FedEx would be a good one. Who has Safari Joe's paired up with, Jamie? Lowe's and Walmart. What has their alliance been, Sean? Or, I mean, Candace? Okay, good, Sean. Walmart, McDonald's, good. Okay, Pete, how has Hertz and Dollar Rent-A-Car formed an alliance? Okay, they're 2 separate. Okay, so then that doesn't make them, it's a strategic alliance. So it's 2 individual companies that come together, not buy each other out, but they work together as a partner, like a husband and wife. Like individual partners in a business. What have you seen in, Stephanie, you go into Target a lot. What's in Target a lot that you see? Another business. Right. Just like with Barnes & Noble, Starbucks has paired up with, no, they're the same company. Long John Silver's and A&W are the same owners. All right. So let's look at it this way. How about this one? Anybody know of this alliance? Is anybody familiar with this? Okay. Right. Okay. So 2 separate companies owned by 2 separate groups They came together and formed an alliance, okay? In 2012, they partnered up to ease the pain at the pump so shoppers can sign up for Reese's Rewards card that will make the prices at the pump drop. So that is a strategic alliance. Based on that, can you now think of any other strategic alliances? Yes, they are one and the same. Universities sometimes pair up with companies to form strategic alliances. Sean had a good one, Walmart and McDonald's. Sometimes partner up. Walmart also will partner with Subway. So that sometimes universities will pair up, or even high school districts will pair up with Pizza Hut or Mazio. So those are examples. Nail salons in Walmart. Okay, that would be closer. Yep. That's a lot closer. Okay, good. Good, Hadesha. So those are strategic alliances, okay? So don't confuse companies that are owned by the same, like Sam's and Walmart. Don't confuse those as strategic alliances because they are not. Well, I know they're rivals, Ulaga and Talala. Okay, Walmart and Children's Miracle Network, good. That's excellent, Chelsea. Ulaga, oh, okay. TTCU, yes. Very good, Candace. Very good. They teamed up. That is excellent. They teamed up with local school districts. Awesome. All right. So now you guys, I think, are getting it. All right. So here's some major categories of business customers. You've got your producers. They're the ones that manufacture original equipment. You've got your resellers. And those are your wholesalers and retailers. You've got governments, federal, state, and local, and institutes. So those are your four major categories of business customers: the producers, the resellers, the governments, and the institutes. So here's some of the types of business products. You've got major equipment, all right? You've got accessory equipment, and what I'm using here is a tank as major equipment. Then you've got your accessory equipment. So this guy's wearing military headphones. You've got your raw material. This is what the tank is made from. You've got your component parts, which are the tracks to the tank. You've got your processing, so that's processing this steel into materials. You've got supplies, ammunition for the tank, and then business services are typically your uniforms. So those are the types of business-to-business products, okay? Major equipment, accessory equipment, raw materials, component parts, process materials, supplies, and business services. If you're in hotel or hospitality, business services might be your linen service. If you're a mechanic, business services might be your Snap-on tool guy. Okay, do you guys kind of get now all of the types of business products? Don't say yes if you don't. All right, good. So who can define for me what is business marketing? Anybody want to venture a guess? Business marketing. Anybody have their textbook in front of them? Oh, you guys use online. Okay. Okay, that's the abbreviation, but what is it? It's marketing, businesses, marketing to businesses. Okay. Strategic alliance. Does everybody feel like they understand what a strategic alliance is? That's right. Two separate companies working together. Thank you, Sean. Yes. All right. Do you remember the 4 categories of business customers? Remember OEM? Okay. So your producers, your resellers, your governments, and your institutes. All right, let's head to chapter 8. We need to talk about segmenting and targeting markets because that's also a part of your work this week. So how do we go? You've created your business. You've got all these people out in the world here that are potential customers. How are you going to segment them? Over here on the right, how are you going to get them divided up so that you can market your product effectively? So you're going to describe the characteristics of markets and market segments, explain the importance of segmentation. No, the information is, the slides are not. I can send you the slides. We can see, can you guys all open? Well, I can turn my PowerPoint into an Adobe. Would that help you? Would it help you to get the slides? All right. Okay, I am happy to do it. Okay. All right, so markets and market segments. Markets share several characteristics, okay? They're composed of people or organizations. They have wants and needs. They have the ability to buy the product, and they're willing to exchange their resources, their credit or their money for the desired product. So that's markets and market segments. A market, again, people or organizations with needs or wants and the ability to buy. Your market segment is a subgroup of your market, and market segmentation is the process of dividing your market into groups. I know it's confusing, and I am so sorry. So let's take a look. This is from the book. So I just use different faces. So here is a market, all right? There's no segmentation here. Everybody's lumped into one group. So let's just say we want to segment it fully. So everybody is their individual self. So we're going to market to each individual person. But let's just say that, wait a minute, our product, we want to market to gender. So let's just say, and I'm not saying women don't buy tools, but let's just use Snap-on for an example, okay? So Snap-on probably is going to first divide their market into gender. So here's all of our men. Okay, so that is a market segmentation by gender. Here is a market segmentation by age group, right here. We've got our older people right here. This guy probably is in between, but so that's by gender, group 1, and then our younger ones are group 2. So the importance of segmenting our markets, there's a variety of products out there. What you market to me, I'm going to be 60 years old next month, okay? You may not market to me the same that you would say market to Christina or to Pete or to Candace. So you need to keep that in mind, that we all have different needs and preferences about things. So marketers, when they do segmenting, they can better define their customers' needs that way. So here's your criteria for successful segmentation. So is it substantiality? So is it large enough to warrant a special marketing mix? Is it identifiable and measurable? Is it accessible? So are the members of your segment reachable with the chosen marketing mix? So are you going to market, like let's take Pete's company, for instance. He wants to do the batting cages, all right? So is he going to market to parents of school-age kids, or is he going to market to me, a middle-aged woman? Who is he going to market to? Pete, who are you going to market to? Parents of kids, right? Kids and parents of kids. Good. So accessibility and responsiveness. So unless a segment responds to the chosen marketing mix, no separate treatment is needed. So if you're not getting any response, then you need to rethink what you're doing. So here's how we base segmentation. We base it on geography. We base it on demographics, which is our age, our gender, our income, and our ethnic background. We base it on psychographics, our personalities, motives, lifestyles. What benefits do we seek, and our usage rate. And this is how we segment a market. So we're going to select our market, and we're going to go back to Pete. So Pete, you know that you probably want to market around schools, communities that have high sports participation rates. So it takes a study to find out where your market is and how you're going to do it. So then you're going to choose your bases for your segmentation. Then you're going to select your descriptors, profile and analyze your segments, select your markets, and then design and implement your marketing mix. And there are my references. Good, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just been really, I don't know if there's a disturbance in the force or what. So the other question I wanted to ask you guys, I was able to find my marketing plan from my graduate program. I'm very willing to share that with you. Does anybody want a copy of it so that you can see what a marketing plan looks like? Or I can just send it to everybody. You can't copy anything out of it, okay? Because that's called what? If you don't credit me, what's it called? There you go. Good, Rachel. I'm happy to share it with all of you. You can use it as an example for when you do your own marketing plan. It does not have to be that in depth for you, but I will share it with you guys. All right, so we are all done. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Discussion 2.1? You bet, Stephanie. Let me get there. Okay, discussion 2.1. So in chapter 6, we went over all the steps in making a decision. Do you guys remember us doing that? That was the first thing we covered. So here we go, right here. So all those steps: need recognition, information search, evaluating your alternatives, purchase, and post-purchase behavior. So first question, what are you going to do with your company? Stephanie, you are, refresh my memory, what is your company? Wait a minute, I think I wrote it down. Okay, so Eco Fashion Design. Okay, so that's your company. All right, good deal. So what are you going to do? How are you going to market to make the customer feel the need? Okay, how are you going to make people feel the need to shop for your clothes? Why do you feel the need to go to Target and shop for clothes? Is it price? Is it style? Why do you go there to shop for clothes? All right. So what is your company doing to make information search easier? Okay. So how can people find information about your company? Are you going to have a website? That probably is going to be the most common thing. Are you going to have marketing brochures? What are you going to have to make your company easily accessible for information? And number 3, do customers have alternatives? So that means, do you have any competition in the area? Are they going to be able to find an alternative to your product? And what are you going to do to make their choice easier? Good, Candace, social media is perfect. All right. And number 4, how easy are you going to make it for them to make a purchase? How are you going to make it convenient? Are you going to have free shipping? Are you going to have online sales? What are you going to do to make it easier for them to buy your product? And then finally, what post-purchase action are you going to take to ensure they come back? So are you going to ensure they come back by excellent customer service? And what's that customer service going to look like? Are you going to make it easier for them to return things? So think in terms of, okay, why do I go back to Target all the time to shop for clothes? Let me finish with Stephanie. So Stephanie, did that help you at all? That's good, Sean, yeah. Okay, good. All right, so what's your suggestion for future live lectures, Chelsea? And I'm open to suggestions. You are so welcome. And remember, guys, you can always send me an email. Okay, so are you, who on here has viewed a live lecture video for this course? Anybody? Are you saying the chats aren't showing? Yeah, Jamie, I am going to change that extra credit and put it in another week. So don't worry about it, all right? I don't like it. I'm going to do one. I'm just thinking about it. And I'll probably do it in week 3. So don't. Yeah, I know it. I knew you guys would be, so don't worry about it. Okay, so Opal, you want to go over assignment 2.1, is that right? Okay. All right, so 2.1, let me get there. All right. All right, so this is where you're going to start your final project, okay? And you're going to need to use your textbook for this, all right? And you're going to need to do some research online, all righty? So this is what you need to do. You need to come up with your mission statement. And remember what I said, Google mission statements. See if you can get an idea on how to write a mission statement, but it's got to be your own mission statement, all right? Your SWOT analysis. So we went over that last week. You can look at your SWOT analysis in your textbook. Guys, you need to use your textbook, okay, because it is a wealth of information. And I'm going to send you my marketing plan, so that'll help you with your SWOT analysis. And you can also Google what is a SWOT analysis, and that'll help you as well. But cite your sources. Your objectives, make sure they're SMART. And then strategy outline. What steps are you going to take to meet each of those objectives, okay? And then develop your target market. Who are you going to target? So we talked about Pete's target market. We know pretty much who he's going to try to target, and that is parents of probably elementary and high school kids, maybe some colleges. What do you think, Peter? Are you going to try to target college age too? And then we've got Hadesha. What's your market? What's your company, Hadesha? Okay, you've got Alea's Styles. So who are you going to market to? Hadesha? Who are you going to market to? With Alea Styles, who are you going to market to? Are you going to market to women? You're going to market to older women, younger women? Who's your target market? Okay. All right. Certain age women? Are you going to target a certain ethnic background? Or all women? Okay. All right. All right. So, Opal, did that help you out at all? And you can feel free to call me. I think you guys have got my number. Does anybody need anything else? Okay, good. And Opal, again, don't be afraid. On assignment 2.2, what, Jamie? Yes, it's on my course, assignment 2.2. Okay, so what is the question about? Okay, yes, I will convert the slides into a PDF and send them to everybody, okay? All right, have I answered everything? Okay, did I lose Pete and Candace? Nope, okay, there you are. All right. All right, good deal. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great rest of the week. And let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, okay? Okay, you need to create a slide. All right, you need to create a slide. Okay, let me look here. You can do a Google or a PowerPoint, and you can use one slide or two slides. You can use as many as you want to address each one of those segmentations. I'll even, if you even want to do it in a Word document, I'll do that. You can do that as well. I'm not gonna make you do a Google presentation or a PowerPoint if you don't want to do it and if you're not experienced with it. If you think you can get it done with a Word doc, then go right ahead. That's okay, Candace. Okay, any other questions? If not, you guys can go ahead and go. And remember, call me if you need any one-on-one about what to do this week. I'm happy to help you.